It's just a rap thing.
Hi.
Hello.
We're back with episode 68 of The Sounds of Struggle.
Episode the GOAT. Episode Jagr. The Mullet episode.
Mullet Mania.
Mullet Mania in honor of WrestleManiac. Mania.
I now want to make a photo of just your face and your head with Jagr's mullet.
With a mullet?
Yeah.
Yeah, Mullet Mania.
Mullet Maniac.
Mullet Maniac, yeah. WrestleManiac's mullet.
Wrestle Mullet.
Wrestle Mullet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got a lot of things.
Yeah.
Just on the mullet thing.
Mullet.
Mullet Club.
The Mullet Club.
Which is
I
alive and real in Vegas.
At
CAC.
I want to say that's a thing.
It is.
Yeah,
In
that's
CAC,
what
there's
I
a lot
thought.
of Mullet Club t-shirts.
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
So I'm not crazy. Okay, good.
Basically the Bullet Club logo, but the dude in the middle just had a mullet.
That's fantastic.
There's no guns. There's just-
Hair products. I don't know.
Last week, we talked about if Connor McDavid can get 10 points in 9 games, he did not need 9 games. He needed 4.
I thought 3, but yeah.
Yeah.
He's there. He's at 102.
Yeah, last week he was at 89 points. Now he's at 102. Holy shit.
Not bad.
Yeah.
Not bad. It's pretty good.
That's pretty much the only good thing about hockey in Edmonton right now. The team is brutal.
Yep. Can't say much for Chicago either.
Yeah. Do you think Connor McDavid wins the Hart for the MVP?
It's hard not to give it to him. Who else deserves it? He's literally carrying that team. He literally is the team.
No.
Point percentage, versus the team, he's got, almost 50% of all points.
Well, what is interesting, a lot of people put it, okay, well, his team's not doing well. Yeah, by definition of the award, it doesn't say anything about the team needing to be in the playoffs. It's the most valuable player to his team.
Yep.
Now, there's a lot to choose from this year.
Sure.
You could
Kucherov,
give
McKinnon.
You can even give one to
Malkin.
Rene from Nashville.
Fuck
They
yeah.
have no stars. Rene's carrying the team.
He really is.
They're doing wonders right now.
Yeah.
What about Taylor Hall in New Jersey?
Yep.
He's
literally doubled everyone else's points.
Malkin always gets overshadowed by other people, but what is he doing for Pittsburgh right now? Amazing.
He's lights out for them.
He is the number 1 guy right now in Pittsburgh. Now it's Sidney Crosby.
Oh, yeah.
So it's kind of, there's a lot of people to think. Even Nate McKinnon in Colorado.
Yep.
So
God damn it.
that guy in his car alarm.
He doesn't deserve one. Fuck him.
No. He's annoying. There he goes. Figured it out.
Looking for your car, you big tool.
Yeah, I think it's the guy that's 20 feet the other way.
Looking the wrong way. Yeah, that's him.
Yeah.
That's him.
What a smart individual.
Goober!
Yeah, and he's even walking the long way.
This is why no one likes you.
You're in a parking lot dildo. You can walk through cars, or at least walk past them.
Between them.
Just cut. It's okay.
Betwixt them. Go betwixt them.
Park cars aren't going to run you over.
They might for him.
That'd be impressive.
Yes.
So yeah, I don't know. I think it'd be wrong to say no because of his team not being in the playoffs.
Absolutely. He'll be a finalist whether he wins or not. Depends on what they decide. Really.
Also, what do you think about now every voter, their votes are now out in the public?
I like it.
So now people are going to be held accountable for, oh yeah, okay, well you voted for this jobber, explain yourself. Or, hey, you voted for the guy that won, good job.
Yeah.
Okay.
Why not? I don't think there needs to be anything hidden about it.
Yeah.
If you can pick the guy, clearly you thought about it, and you can back it up. So,
Yeah.
there you go.
For the most part, they get it right.
Yeah.
So,
He's going to be either first runner-up or he's going to win it. If he's anything lower than that, I will be shocked.
Yeah, I just don't understand the people finding ways to not say he's not deserving.
Yeah.
Or, sorry, finding reasons to say he's not deserving. That just makes no sense.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, you can make the argument. Okay, well, their team's not doing good. He's having a great season. So if he was so good, why wasn't the team better?
He's literally
just imagine how much more worse that team would be if he's not there.
He's the first player to do back-to-back 100-point seasons since Crosby and Ovechkin in 08-09.
Yeah, 8 years.
Huh?
First
9.
player to put up back-to-back 100-point years in 8 years. Back-to-back
9 years, actually. But yeah, almost 10 years. Almost a decade.
The 59th player to get 40 goals.
There you go.
Yeah.
He's right up there. What? Top 5 in goals, assists, number 1 in points.
The first Oiler to get 40 goals since Peter Klima.
Back in 1957.
I think it was 91.
Oh.
Something like that, yeah.
Wow, it's been a while.
It's been a while.
It's been a hot minute.
It's been a horny hour.
Horny hour.
Yeah.
It's been a horny hour.
Yeah, so,
Speaking of horny hours, shall we dive into who's in and who's out of the playoffs? It's almost set.
Yeah, for the most part, yeah.
Let's see. Tampa, Boston. Congrats, they're in. That's it for the East. Who's eliminated from the East, you ask? Well, basically, Rangers, Islanders, Canadians, Red Wings, Senators, and Sabres.
What? Buffalo's doing so well.
Oh, I know. The only ones that are still have a fighting chance who are not in are Florida and Carolina right now, which that surprised me. Carolina's above all of them. That shocks me. They had a horrible start, but good for them.
It's not about how you start, it's how you finish.
Yeah, if you ain't first, you're last.
Exactly.
And then in the West, you have Nashville, Winnipeg, and Vegas, who is my personal team I'm cheering for now for the playoffs. They've all clinched. Teams that are out, Calgary, your Edmonton Oilers, my Chicago Blackhawks, Vancouver, and Arizona.
Yeah, and one of the nice things is that Calgary also doesn't have a first or second round pick in this year's draft. Suck a dick, Cowtown. Suck a dick.
Yeah, because you did stuff that didn't work.
Yeah.
Take that.
Way to trade for defensemen that panned out, brother.
Brother.
Yeah.
Here's my question, though. Speaking of drafts and whatnot, say hypothetically, it's not going to be next season, but say 2 seasons from now, the Vegas Golden Knights, or sorry, the Seattle, whatever they end up being,
Seattle hockey team,
Seattle Hockey Club, become a thing. Does Vegas get exempt from the draft?
Yeah, from what I heard, they do. I don't think they should if it's in like 2 or 3 years.
If it's 2 years or more, no. If it's next year and they're drafting the team, yeah, okay, fair enough.
From what I understand, though, one of the main reasons why Vegas is exempt is that apparently Seattle had to pay more for their expansion fee, or they're paying the team, or Vegas doesn't see any money from the Seattle expansion.
Yeah.
So that's why they don't have to give up.
Because they're too new. So
yeah.
That I agree with. That makes sense. But I mean, if it's, say, 3 years from now, no, they should be part of it. If it's even if it's 2, it's kind of questionable. Next season, like, they're not going to happen this year. I think at the end of, 2 years from now, summer of 2 years from now, they'll be drafting for another team.
I just want Seattle to take Lucic.
But here's the thing. Who ends up going where? You can't have 9 teams in the Pacific. One of the teams in the Pacific has to move. So who goes to the Central? That's the only division that's one less team. So who's moving over? Arizona?
Well, I mean, also take into account, like, for 1 year, Winnipeg was in the East.
No, that's true. And there was quite a while in the 90s where Toronto and Detroit were in the West.
And wasn't Columbus in the West as well when they first started?
Well, they're in the West. Yeah.
No, they're in the East.
I was saying, they were in the West for quite a while, but then they did the whole metropolitan.
Let's go with the 8 teams right now that are in the Pacific. We have pretty much the 3 California teams.
Yep, the 3 Canada teams.
Yeah.
So that's 6, and then you have who else? Vegas and
is it Minnesota?
No, Minnesota's Central. It's Vegas and
it's not Winnipeg, is it?
No, they're in Central as well. I just had it up. You know what? I will look it up. I don't know why I'm brain farting on this. It's going to be a team that's very, very obvious. The only ones I can think of right now are all Central teams. Let's go to Nashville. No, that's Central. Shit.
Yeah.
LA, St. Louis. No, that's a wild card. What the hell?
Is it Arizona?
Yeah, it probably is, yes.
I'd say Arizona's like not that far away
Yes,
from
it's
Vegas.
Arizona. That makes sense.
So.
Wow, I don't know why. I don't know why. I guess everyone overlooks Arizona, so that makes sense. Now, can you see Seattle?
Why not move Arizona over and then put Seattle in the Pacific?
Yeah, but instead of expansion, can you not see Arizona just moving? Is that possible?
I don't see them moving right away.
Oh no, I mean this would be a couple years. But what I can see happening, Seattle gets a team. Arizona finally can't hack it anymore. They get moved from Arizona back to Quebec.
I don't know.
And then you'll have to take a team from the east, or I guess the Atlantic. So you move Detroit from the Atlantic back to the Central.
But I don't know if they'd go back to Quebec right now, because aren't they not in a position where they still need an NHL-sized arena?
I think they have one. Either it's being built or it is finally built. It's very close to being done.
Because from what I understood about the FIFA bid that actually would have brought FIFA game if the North American bid won, which I have no idea because I don't pay attention to soccer, but apparently the West Coast was being looked upon more than East because there's more renovation costs that need to be done in the Quebec and Ontario areas than they do out here. So I was always wondering if there's more renovations that need to be done first before they even go that route.
All I know is that they had plans to build one. They were starting to build one. I have no idea. I'm assuming it's close to being done. If not done.
But I think too, Arizona is finally getting some some stability in there.
Well, I mean, hopefully for their sake they can.
They just suck.
They suck.
So, I mean,
they're just buffaloing it up.
Well, the one thing is that team badly just needs to win the lottery, and then they get some change.
They do. But I mean, this year it doesn't even do them that well because they have a couple of decent defensemen.
Yeah, but
they'll just get another one.
Yeah, but then they could trade one of those defensemen.
That's true.
For some help
That is very true.
So they have assets that they can turn into something else. And
that is true.
And I mean, you look at free agency right now. I mean, maybe they have some cap to spend.
They have a bunch of cap to spend.
So I mean, if they look at like a James Neal, Van Riemsdyk, and be like, okay, here's $7 million here, and they might just take it.
Or get somebody like an Erik Karlsson plus a first round, trade away a defense.
Erik Karlsson's not a free agent though. He still has 1 year left.
Yeah, to hell.
On July 1, Ottawa can then offer an extension.
Yeah, to hell them.
Because you can offer an extension once they're in the final year of their contract.
He gone. He's not saying. He gone.
I don't know. I don't think Ottawa is in a complete fire sale right now.
No, but it's more, I think, with everything personally with him that's happened recently, I think he's going to want to get a fresh start.
Yeah, but he's also a big fan of Ottawa. He's always said, like, he's always defended the city and living there. He's just always said, he's like, look, if they don't offer me a contract, I'm going to probably look at my options. Yeah. I mean, like, it's like what Drew Doughty said. He's like, I'm going to go to free agency because you want to see what is out there.
Wait, so is he going to free agency?
Drew Doughty said that when his contract expires, he's going to test free agency. That doesn't mean he's not going to stay with LA. He just wants to see what other people can offer him.
Oh, fair enough.
But I think that's everybody's right. I mean, you sign, like, how long of a deal, and if it expires, it expires. You don't necessarily have to resign. That's a choice I think everybody makes.
Yeah.
But, like, if hypothetically a Letestu or a Maroon hit free agency and they want to resign, or if they want to come back to Edmonton, again, like, that's their choice.
Yeah.
If they don't, that's their choice. Like, shouldn't really matter too much.
Speaking of resigning and whatnot, Charge got a 1 year, $5 million extension.
Yeah, with some,
that's
what is it, like 1.7 in bonus, too?
Yeah.
So that's
probably surprising.
It's probably, like, some performance, some, like, games played, stuff like that.
Yeah. I'm a little shocked by that, to be honest.
I'm really not. He's a captain. Captain's trying to get paid.
No, that's true. I just, getting up there, I didn't think he'd be making that much. I mean, his production's kind of dipped over the years because he's getting older. So
he's not having a bad year this year, though.
Minus, the injuries.
Yeah. I mean, and that's just the thing. I think it's one of those things where they have a lot of rookies in the lineup on a lot of entry-level deals, so
I guess I got some cap space.
The cap's also projected to go up. I think it's like $4 million next year.
That'd be nice.
And if
that would really help Chicago out, actually.
Think about that, $4 million. That's like, you can get, like, say, 4 $1 million guys. You can get a couple 2, or you can actually go and splurge and get, like, one $4 million player. And that's going to probably get you a good size, like, maybe second-line winger or a good, like, top 3, top 4 D-man.
Yeah.
So, that can make some change.
That's very true.
So,
also, did you hear about the whole incident at the Jets practice with Wheeler getting kicked out of practice?
Wheeler and Sherio.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then Wheeler said he took responsibility on it.
Oh, honestly, Wheeler seems like a stand-up guy that really... Yeah.
I wouldn't be over concerned, because, I mean, I heard about it. I haven't heard much about it since.
No, they just... Sometimes things get out of hand in practice. It happens.
Well, I mean, it's nice to see some emotion out of players when something goes wrong. I wouldn't be against that in Edmonton a little bit. It'd be nice to see the players being a little upset over what's going on.
Yeah.
I mean, and think about it. If those are your brothers, who hasn't fought with their brothers before?
The Dutch.
I mean, I guess, like, we argue. We don't really fight, though.
No. And honestly, we don't really argue that much. It's more of just, I'll say what I think, you say what you think. We'll be like, okay, agree to disagree.
We just know what each
And
other's
then
like pressure points are, and then we only do it when we were like bored or. If we
I guess that's true.
And the other one.
And I mean,
pisses us off.
the other one has to be in the right mood too, though.
Yeah.
There's many times where we try to go with the other one, and we're like, yeah, whatever. Yeah, whatever.
Well, that's the thing. We know each other too well to know. We know what they're doing.
Yeah.
But I mean, at the end of the day, that's just. I mean, the whole incident there in Winnipeg is just passion.
Yeah, absolutely. Which, I mean, it's good to have, especially going into the playoffs. Good to have.
Hey, it's nice to know that your team's on the same page going into the playoffs. That's important.
Yeah, very true, very true.
Uh,
I want to shout out congratulations to Eddie Olachuk. Announced he's cancer-free.
Yeah.
Good for him. That's awesome. And finally, what I have for hockey is Cristobal Huet and Christian Ehrhoff both have announced their retirement.
Well, I guess they're playing overseas, right?
Yeah, they were playing overseas, and yeah, that's good for them.
And did you hear that Martin Brodeur and was it Shaun
Burke.
Burke are going to be the co-GMs of the Men's World Championships.
Which apparently Connor McDavid's already said he's going to play.
Yeah, and I wouldn't be surprised if...
they gave him the old say.
Didn't they say... I'm trying to remember who else on...
Nuge?
Yeah.
Nuge, yeah.
I heard him and Nugent Hopkins might play, which might actually help if the Oilers want to continue that trial of Nugent Hopkins on the wing.
Yeah, it definitely could. So that actually...
How funny would it be if McClellan coaches it and then New Jersey doesn't make it, so you have like Hull on the right side, and then maybe you have Everly there. He could play in line with Barzell. So it's like everyone the Oilers should have had. And for whatever reason, they just like Griffin Reinhart come play with us.
Why on God's green earth would they want that?
Yeah. But like, how funny would it be if there's a collection of all these?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Like,
well, the amount of trades and everything that happened the last few years, I mean, I'm sure you could get a full team.
I'd be surprised.
Yeah. Let's see, what else do we have here?
Who do you think is a goal for Canada the World Championship?
Schneider,
maybe?
No, because that's if New Jersey either doesn't make it or is eliminated first round.
Because Robert Lehner is not.
Lerner, I believe he's American, isn't he?
Yeah, I don't know.
I think he's American.
Because I don't think Talbot will. I think Talbot will spend the time with his family. Yeah. He has twins, so that's not easy.
Twins, Basil.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Guess who's in
What about Mike Smith?
What about? It depends on how he's feeling, I guess. If he's, he still might be hurt.
Yeah, that's possible.
Might have some battle wounds.
Yeah, you might want some time off. Yeah, right. That's possible.
I'm just trying to think. Chicago, you have.
They have a couple, but I mean, if Crawford was still there, then I'd say him, but he's not. So I doubt it.
If Carolina doesn't make it, Scott Darling maybe. Even though
Scott Darling's American.
Is he American?
He's from Chicago area.
Okay. Cam Ward then.
Cam Ward, maybe. Yeah.
Then probably not. Could be a good tryout for him for free agency if he has a good
Very
kid.
true.
Some
Very
guys
true.
might look at that as a platform.
Very true.
You have to think, though, if, like, say Colorado doesn't make it, you got, like, McKinnon on there.
Yeah.
Put McKinnon and McDavid together. Woo!
That would be good. Reminiscent of their Team North America.
With Nugent Hopkins.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
A little bit of all right.
Be a little bit of all right.
Yeah.
Struggle-licious even.
Biatch.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
Yeah. Switching gears. LeBron James. Is he leaving Cleveland? And if he does, where's he going? Because hell, there's a team in New Zealand trying to recruit him.
Who doesn't want LeBron? I even heard, because I always thought it'd be funny if he just went to Milwaukee and rejuvenized the Bucks, like the worst team in basketball, and just made them a superstar team overnight, just because he's the best player in basketball.
Yeah.
But I don't know. You'd have to think, like, you'd think he'd stay in the East for one. I mean, he's only played in the East with whether it's Miami or Cleveland.
Yeah. Now, the question is, are you like me and you kind of want, like, there's a small part of you that wants him to get to the finals again because he's been like 8 or 9 years.
Oh yeah, I can care less about Toronto Raptors.
No, I don't care about them. But just a small part of me just wants to see them get to the finals again, just because it'll be like 9 years in a row for them.
Yeah, I think I would love to see him bring one more title to Cleveland, and then him just be like, okay, guys, look, I brought 2 titles to you guys. This is for me now. I'm leaving.
Kind of like before, but
like, just know I love you guys. This is my home, but I'm doing this for me.
If they're gonna go towards a super team, I can see him going to Lakers.
But at the same time, well, you know what actually would be really funny? So he just said fuck it and went to Golden State.
That would be really funny.
But I just don't see that ever happening.
No. I don't think they could afford everyone they have, plus him.
But Chicago would be like an interesting...
That would be alright by me.
It would just be really cool to see LeBron James don the same jersey as Michael Jordan.
Well, you know what would be really sweet? If he joined the Toon Squad.
Well, is he supposed to be doing Space Jam 2?
Apparently, I don't know. It keeps getting delayed.
Oh, you know what?
Pushed back.
What we're using as a floor mat, because lately in the household of Perish, the International House of Perish.
Yes.
Yeah. We've been using a towel. We don't really use that much as like a mat. So when we come out of the shower, Space Jam.
Nice.
Yeah. So just thought you would enjoy that.
That's good. You know what we use at Maison Maniac? Nothing. I'm cheap. I sometimes put toilet paper down because that's funny and wasteful, and I hate myself for it later on.
And then reuse it.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Or we use it first, then put it down.
Yeah. Why is there poop on my feet?
Back in the shower.
Oh, man. Dunk it in the toilet.
Yes.
It's like, I forgot to flush.
So, this might be the first year that I've actually semi-paid attention to March Madness.
Yeah.
And I gotta say, Final Four, I'm pulling for Loyola.
Huh.
They're fun to watch. There have been some barn burner games.
They're the 11th ranked team in the Final Four, playing against Michigan, who's the number 3 team, I believe.
No, they're yes, they are. Yeah.
And then on the other side, you have Kansas, who's the number 1, against Villanova, who's another number 1.
Yes.
So yeah, it'd be interesting just to see the gigantic upset.
They're only the 4th number 11 seed team to get to the Final Four ever.
I mean, I think it'd be more awesome that if they played at Kansas and then beat Villanova in the final, so they just beat number 1s, just to
just dropping like flies, yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm a huge fan. You know what? There's actually been some really close games. I'm not much of a basketball fan, but it's actually been kind of fun to watch the highlights this year.
Well, I always think, too, the reason is, I mean, like, it's single elimination. Those are always fun to watch. People are always going to give you your all in single eliminations.
Except for that one number 1 seed team who lost to 16. They got their asses kicked.
Yeah, not their brightest highlight. But for the most part, these guys are just going completely all out. With nothing to lose, leaving it all out there, and it's some of the most exciting basketball. Plus, there's not timeouts every 2 seconds. There's no fouls every 2 seconds.
Yeah.
It's just a game that, is back and forth all the time. And you're getting the best teams, too, to make this tournament. So you're bound to get competition.
Oh, absolutely.
It's just like you're forcing some of the best to say, okay, you guys figure it out. And then occasionally, you might see the odd guy pull out that's you didn't expect. But
Pull out.
Yeah. But for the most of the time, you're going to see the two best usually play.
Yeah.
Or battle it out for the crown. So, I don't know.
Yeah. No, I agree with that.
As long as it's better than the NBA Finals, I don't care.
Well, yeah.
But it'd be cool to see the Loyola win and just make everyone else feel like embarrassed.
That would be nice. I still am waiting for a number 16 seed to win the whole thing, which I don't know will ever happen. I mean, it's possible, but very doubtful.
I just want to see a Canadian team in there.
I don't think that's going to happen.
Oh, but that's what I mean. It'd be amazing to see a Canadian team in there.
Pretty sure this is just me. Pretty sure if any of our Canadian teams played them, they would get their asses whipped.
Yeah, but it'd just be cool to see them in there.
Oh, yeah. It'd be like the final score that 16 seed versus number 1 seed.
What if a random team from PEI made it? How much of the country do you think are just let's go PEI?
Yeah, fair enough.
Would you not go for a PEI high school team if they're in there?
No, because it's a PEI high school team. If it was a university team, then maybe.
It's the same thing. It's the same level of education. Yeah.
No, I don't know.
If you have to think about it, it's true.
No. I'm just leaving that one alone. Let's move on. Opening day Thursday for the Blue Jays. Hooray.
Yay.
Let's move on.
How many wins do you think they'll get this year?
Out of 162, they're going to get...
They're projected 84.5. That's what
I want to see the game where they get half a win.
Well, that's what they're just projecting. It's like the odds are giving them 84.5. So it's over or under kind of a thing.
I'm projecting...
I'm saying they're going to go one game below 500.
Okay.
So 80 and 82. Well, no, I guess it's 2. So it's 80 and 82.
Okay. I'm going to say they go...
I think they have too many injuries. They'll get to a bad start. And I don't think their pitching is actually going to be as good.
I think they'll go 90 and 70. They'll be above.
Well, there's still 2 more games. So 91, 71?
Sure. 89, 73. Let's do that. 89, 73. You heard it here first.
Now, did you end up watching the end of the Montreal preseason game with Toronto?
How Guerrero got the home run to win it?
How poetic.
That was pretty cool.
Yeah. He's wearing his dad's number, who made his name in Montreal. Bottom of the 9th, 2 out, 0-0, crushes a solo homer to win.
That's pretty sweet. That's pretty cool.
And that's how they say bye to Montreal that year.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
That I enjoyed. That makes me a fan of baseball. Hooray.
And they did a side-by-side clip of him and his dad swing.
Identical?
Pretty much.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Yeah. It's almost like he's his father's son.
Yeah, it's like he grew up watching it.
Exactly.
Oh.
From baseball, did you see this little, I shouldn't say little, it's a promotion for MMA called Legacy Fighting Alliance.
Oh, is that the one where the guy got disqualified for jumping over the guys?
Where he basically, after the fight, it's this black guy named Drew Chapman, was fighting a white guy, I don't know what his name is. All you need to know about it is the white guy took down Drew, this black guy, but when he took him down, he knocked himself out on Drew's knee.
Yeah.
And Drew decides in his infinite wisdom, hey, I knocked him out. I'm the best ever, even though it wasn't him that did it. I'm going to stand on this white guy's back and do a front flip and land on him. This guy's a fucking idiot.
Yeah, and he got disqualified and ended up...
He got disqualified, and he's basically... It looks like... It's nothing been said yet, but it looks like all these promoters are yeah, you're never going to work for us. That's fucking stupid. And part of me is yeah, but part of me is you know what? I want to see him get back in the ring, back in the octagon to get knocked the fuck out. I want to see him get murked.
Yeah, but how funny would it be if he did it to a heavyweight? And it was like Brock Lesnar did it too.
Part of me would find that funny, yes.
Yeah.
But it's just still, that's just so sleazy and shitty and just not. Just
But also, doesn't the guy at least...
do a front flip, absolutely. But don't do it off an unconscious guy's back.
No, but at the same time, okay, if he comes out and says, hey, what I did was wrong, I admit they made the right call disqualifying me, said the right things, did the right things, took it like a man and everything like that, would you not have like a, okay, give the guy a second chance if he does all the right things?
After a suspension of at least a year, yes.
I mean, I haven't seen him do any of this yet. I haven't put any time of caring, but...
No, after, if a suspension is needed for at least a year to basically show precedent of they will not put up with this bullshit, then I'd be like, okay, get back in there and fight, because I know someone's going to fuck his shit up.
Yeah. So, with that being said, is there really anything else in MMA to talk about?
CM Punk apparently is going to fight at Chicago.
Yeah.
UFC, no opponent yet. I don't really think so. I know that if we want to transition to wrestling, unless you have something.
No, that's what I mean. Like, I don't think there's anything...
If there's no fights this weekend?
Well, I guess Mayweather is one step closer from getting his license in MMA.
Yeah, it looks like he might be doing it. And
now, do you think he actually fights McGregor?
no. I think they're going to feed him CM Punk. Because that's a name to draw.
If he doesn't get his license...
he'll actually be able to fare fairly well.
Because isn't this fight not in, like, May or something?
June.
If he doesn't get it... I just think
there's still time. Apparently he's training. Apparently he's actually going for it.
Should be.
Yeah. But I'm saying, nothing against CM Punk. One of my favorite wrestlers. But that's the thing. One of my favorite professional wrestlers. With the fact that Mayweather can punch, he can strike. I don't know what his kicks are. I'm sure they're terrible.
I honestly think he'll beat up Punk on a stand-up game.
I think, 100%. Honestly, I think it would be more of a fair fight. Or the most fair fight that Mayweather could have in an octagon against, an 0-1 CM Punk against basically an 0-0 Mayweather, as opposed to literally
it's more of an
else.
even fight, but at the same time, what are you doing to the UFC now? And how much is the UFC just making a mockery of its, okay, like, we're supposed to be where the best fighters go. But in this fight that you get to see, the fight that we're paying the most guys on the card, they have a combination of one fight under their belt that hasn't even lasted a round.
Yeah, but I mean, at this point, they're kind of hurting for pay-per-view buys, and they're not doing so hot right now because all their top guys are being suspended by USADA, who's dropping the iron fist because someone somewhere is like, hey, let's go legit, but then they became too legit to quit. No. So, don't get me wrong, I think, testing, absolutely. But they've made it so hard that, you take the wrong supplement, you're going to fail. That's not right.
Yeah, you breathed in, like, secondhand smoke. Boom, you're suspended for 4 years.
Absolutely, and that's why I think that they kind of messed up giving... I don't know if they gave such power to USADA, but it's like, to let them in as much as they did, they've really crippled. Like, their top guys a lot of them are not there.
Well, in all defense, like, John Jones got screwed. I mean, the guy did it to himself.
No, I'm not saying not just him.
No,
but there's several other fighters who are being suspended for, they took the wrong supplement. And
I mean, Lesnar pretty much got suspended for taking an estrogen blocker, but in all honesty, what man wants estrogen in the system during a fight?
Oh, during a fight? Okay, that's a different answer then.
Well, I mean, some, like alpha males, just don't want estrogen.
I don't mind estrogen in my system. I just want to know what her name is first. Yeah.
Estrogen. That's her name.
God, that's a terrible name. Terrible name.
Now you don't want estrogen in your system.
I guess that's true, yeah. It's a terrible name for a guy. Don't want him in my system either.
No. There you go.
Anyways, moving on. Wrestling. Do you know who Pat McAfee is? The kicker for the Colts?
Yeah.
Apparently he just signed a contract to the Performance Center.
Yeah, I don't understand why they want to sign all these.
Whatever, it's
football.
a name, whatever.
But it's a kicker.
Whatever. Maybe he'll use his finish. Finish will be the punt.
From what I understand, it's just for a one-time thing, though.
Well, that's fine.
So I wouldn't be surprised if it's just for like the one show.
Yeah. I mean, I honestly could see him using the Randy Orton punt as a finish. Because why wouldn't you? You'd be stupid not to.
He misses it all the time.
Or either that or the Shattered Dreams.
If he misses it all the time, I wonder if the Buccaneers would call and offer him a contract.
Burn.
Yeah.
Even I get that one. Let's see. Where do we want to start? Do you want to start with inductors?
Yeah, we might as well talk about the Hall of Fame. Give the Hall of Fame some airtime.
I'm gonna name people who are going into the Hall of Fame. I want you to name who's inducting them.
Okay.
Goldberg.
Paul Heyman.
Ivory.
I actually heard about this. Is it Lita?
No.
Oh, no. Molly Holly, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
And then Dudley Boys.
Adrian Christian.
I don't know any other ones, but I think there has been another one or two.
There has been one more. Road Dogg is going to induct Jeff Jarrett.
That makes sense.
My thing is, who's going to induct Kid Rock?
Taker.
I don't think he will.
No. McMahon.
See, no, here's the thing. This was a conversation I had going up to Lethbridge. I think Taker will get just the title of having Vince McMahon be the only guy to induct you in the Hall of Fame.
No, fair enough.
Because Undertaker is the only guy that Vince McMahon has left the main event of WrestleMania for.
Yeah.
So, in my eyes, Vince McMahon, if he's going to induct anybody in the Hall of Fame, I think he might only induct The Undertaker.
Yeah, that makes sense.
With Kid Rock.
Maybe Triple H then? Or so like...
Yeah, see, like,
I don't know.
Like, I just don't know. Like, maybe Rhino because of the Detroit connection?
Maybe.
Maybe it's somebody completely different that
New
we
Day?
don't know. Huh?
New Day?
No. Maybe Elias?
Actually, Elias would be kind of fun. You know, I could see actually Elias doing it. That'd be kind of fun.
I don't know. But then there's Mark Henry. I would think Ron Simmons
Probably.
or Big Show would make the most sense.
Yep.
If you got the entire Nation of Domination to induct them, that would also be really funny.
D'Lo?
If you got the Hand to induct them, that would be really funny.
That would be pretty messed up, but kind of funny.
He's just a fist now.
Yeah.
It's like the fucking SmackDown fist.
That actually would be really funny.
In the words of Daniel Bryan, they're all about fisting.
Exactly. Ew. Nice. Which we'll get to him later on.
Yeah.
But
who else is in the Hall of Fame? That J.J. Robinson?
That'll be Warrior's wife, Mrs. Warrior. I think that's it, isn't it?
I think so.
Yeah.
No, the Hillbilly Jim.
Oh yeah. Mustafa Ali.
I was gonna say probably like an old timer.
Sergeant Slaughter. Hacksaw Jim Duggan.
One of them, maybe. Maybe Pat. No, I don't know. Patterson Briscoe. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'd say Jim Ross, but they probably don't have the induction to take 3 hours.
Yeah.
I don't know, but I'd probably assume like maybe a Ted DiBiase.
Yeah, it could be Ted. Teddy boy.
Teddy.
Teddy.
But yeah, so I don't know.
Yeah.
Should we now?
Ooh, quickly, we forgot to talk about the Ultimate Deletion from last week.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I think it was better than I thought it'd be.
I think it was wonderful. That's all I have to say about that.
What do you do with Bray Wyatt? No.
Have him tag with Matt Hardy.
But apparently Jeff Hardy's on his back.
But he's suspended.
For how long? That suspension can be lifted at
That's
any time.
true. Start a faction.
Or do you repack?
The Hardy family.
Or do you do something completely different and just bring him back later
As Husky Harris?
Let's hope not. What?
Have him join the Miztourage.
Oh dear. Lord.
Good. Oh, goodness
They're
gracious.
so bad of ideas that I could actually see WWE doing them.
Right?
That's the problem. I don't know. Like, I just never thought. Okay, well, there's two things. One, I thought the Bray Wyatt character was always good, but you lost believability in it when he just couldn't go to that extreme point because of the PG product.
Yeah.
Two, he just never was pushed.
And then when he was pushed, it was push. Oh, no more tag. Oh, you're pushed. Oh, no, now you lost your heavyweight.
He might have been pushed, but he was pulled quickly back.
Yeah.
So it was, yeah, and I think it's like he's one of the best talkers there, but I mean, do you really care too much about the promos? Like, do you miss anything when he talks? That's a legit question.
Yeah.
If you missed a Bray Wyatt promo or you accidentally turned the sound off,
I enjoy it. I still enjoy his talking.
does like watching him next week change any of that?
No, just because we know what they're going to do with him, booking wise, unfortunately.
So, yeah. So I don't know. It wouldn't be the worst thing to.
Maybe he's my reasoning for him. I don't know.
I think the character Bray Wyatt is still like you'll still have the name Bray Wyatt. I think maybe there's just going to be an evolve of the character. He might
now instead of follow the buzzards, he's saying I am the buzzards. It just comes out like wearing just giant wings.
My thing is, what happens if he actually starts his own like group
Again.
but brings in like maybe he becomes a part of Sanity or something,
That'd be alright.
and like they come up
Or now
Like,
captain's.
maybe a guy like
Authors of
Killian
Pain.
Dane stays in NXT. The rest of them come up and he joins them.
Or he joins the Authors of Pain, but he becomes like the kind of frontman.
Yeah, I don't know. Like I wouldn't be surprised if he does something with someone from the
Now,
NXT.
speaking completely out my ass with no knowledge whatsoever, I am under the assumption he's not there right now to deal with personal matters. Because I know he had the whole thing of got caught with JoJo, divorce, blah, blah, blah. I'm wondering if that's all being finalized.
Well, he was at a live event last week.
Oh, okay. Well, I didn't know that.
I think it's just storyline.
Just storyline? Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe they're building something where he'll start just torturing Woken Matt Hardy from beyond the ring, and he ends up coming back as Sister Abigail.
What happens if he's legitimately like? What happens if he's just like a Brother Wyatt?
Yeah, instead of bring back Brother Nero and Brother Wyatt. That'd be alright. That'd be alright. He comes back to Milky Eyes as well. It's almost like Matt Hardy's like possessing them. That'd be kind of cool. And actually seeing a Jeff and Wyatt kind of tag team that are possessed with Matt on the outside would be kind of cool. I like it.
Just think.
Let's do that. You know what? WWE, we know you're listening. Book that.
Just think about the triple threat or the triple spot you'd have. You do Twist of Fate, you do the running senton, and then the top senton. Boom.
Yeah, that would be good.
Okay, so we're past that now. What do you think about the updated WrestleMania card?
It's Rusev Day.
Yeah.
Yep.
Rusev is now in the. They made the triple threat to a fatal 4-way for the U.S. title. So now it's Rusev versus Orton versus Jinder versus Rude.
Yes.
To the U.S. title. I wouldn't be surprised if Rusev walks out champion.
No, now they added him. I can see it.
And I think it's just for that. I mean, I honestly think.
Do you think that they Zack Ryder him and give him 1 day with it?
No, I think honestly, I legitimately see either Randy keeping it now, or something random with Rusev winning it.
Yeah, throwing him in there like that doesn't make sense to have him either.
But at the same time, Jinder has not looked bad in the last
No,
while.
not at all.
Maybe he's the surprise, and maybe it's not Rusev. Rusev's just there to make
This is
people
the first,
happy.
which we can go over next week in more detail. We go over the entire card. We'll take 7-hour podcast to go over 7-hour card.
Yeah.
But yeah, as of right now, that's actually one of the few matches I'm like, I'm not really sure what they're gonna do. That's kind of nice.
Yeah.
I mean, we can also say we called it though with the whole Shane McMahon and Daniel Bryan versus the Kevin Steen and El Generico.
El Generico's dead, man.
Well, apparently he's back. He sent a tweet out the other day.
But yeah, Owens and Zayn versus Bryan and McMahon.
Which, again, as I mentioned, kudos to Steen, Owens, for actually forfeiting the check mark in Twitter and changing his name back to Kevin Steen.
Yep.
That's awesome. Really, he's really committed. I love it. And I mean, it's going to be cool to see Daniel Bryan back, but there's only one scenario I can see where Daniel Bryan and Shane McMahon win. And that's if they do that, those guys get fired, and they get picked up and brought into Raw.
Yeah.
Which, depending on how the rest of the night goes, I could see it, but if SmackDown was smart, I don't think they'd do that. They lose two.
What if Daniel Bryan screws McMahon over?
That would be nice too.
And they start a faction post-Mania.
The indie workers?
Well, they just have... Well, when you think about it, like, if you think about it, like, Sanity being called up, that's like a trio, right, of talent. They're probably going to SmackDown. I would assume Authors of Pain get called up, go to Raw.
Mm-hmm.
Sanity goes to SmackDown.
Mm-hmm.
Almost, to me, makes more sense on SmackDown. Probably ends up Raw.
Yeah.
And then whoever's left. But then again, if No Way Jose, put No Way Jose on Raw, and
I don't think he's ready to come up. To be honest,
no,
that's just me.
Well, I mean, I just don't see the point. I honestly think they're better off.
To me, it's some of those gimmicks like No Way Jose or like Aiden English when he's part of the Vaudevillains. It works down in NXT. It's a smaller venue. It has that feeling. It works like more of an indie show. On the big thing, you see the Vaudevillains came up and kind of flopped, which is too bad because I love the Vaudevillains.
Well, also look at Tyler Breeze when he came up. It's not like he was surprisingly popular when he came up. He actually had to reinvent himself quite fast.
Again. And I mean, look at, Ty Dillinger, same thing.
Yeah.
Perfect 10 comes up, and now he had to kind of go on the route with the Fashion Police.
Yeah, that wouldn't be bad though. That man, having a kind of a trio there wouldn't be the worst thing.
Speaking of which, real quick, without going too much into it, we can do it next week. The Cruiserweight tag titles, why not make them 6-man champions? So you have to have 3 people. Different.
I think
they've done that several times, like actually almost once a week in the last probably 4 weeks. They've had like 6-man tag matches.
I think it's just baby steps, to be honest.
Yeah.
I think they want to. It's probably easier right now them to form tag teams than it is trios.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
And then they can probably bring up like maybe a TM61 and put them on 205 Live.
Yeah.
I think they're looking at multitude of layers and maybe like a Tyler Bate and
Mustache Mountain. Although I don't think Trent Seven's cruiserweight.
Well,
yeah.
I'm sure if they, I don't know. Maybe Pete Dunne.
Yeah.
Since Pete Dunne or
the cruiserweight. Yeah. Actually, that tag team wouldn't be bad.
Yeah. So.
Now, why don't we just save the actual overall cards for next week? Go over all that in a nice bit of detail.
Well, what do you like? Are we going what are we doing next week?
Predicting who's going to win in both Takeover and Mania matches, and
yeah, because it's a week right before. Yeah. So next week will be our actual prediction show.
But good for Gargano being back with a vengeance.
Well, I mean, I think we all assume as we saw him being
fired or having to leave.
The loser leaves the NXT match.
The promos that he's doing outside the ring, though, fantastic.
Yeah.
He just keeps chasing him down. That's awesome.
I think we all saw the unsanctioned NXT match at Takeover happen.
Yeah, coming. Yeah, absolutely. I agree.
So,
let's see. Oh, because of Daniel Bryan being in a match, and because Kurt Angle's in a match, all the GMs, all they're doing is fighting now. Do you think one or more of them get fired because of what they do? I can't see Angle keeping his job. I really can't. Regardless, either he beats COO and Stephanie, I can't see them keeping him as GM.
I wouldn't be surprised with everything that's going on. They have a new Raw GM and move Kurt Angle to SmackDown.
I can see that.
Because I look at SmackDown, Shane McMahon, he's no longer commissioner.
Yeah.
And Daniel Bryan's going to transition to the wrestler.
Mm-hmm.
So they're in real need.
Yep. Daniel Bryan will transition to Randy the Ram Robinson.
So, I wouldn't be surprised. I think, to me, it's simpler to put Angle on SmackDown and have somebody else on Raw. Who that somebody else is,
I have a thought.
Wouldn't be surprised if it's Hulk Hogan.
That's exactly what I was going to say. Hulk Hogan, he's, everything with him and WWE is, I guess, all good again.
But with that being said, I don't think The Undertaker would be the worst thing in the world to be a GM.
Now, would you have, Undertaker, undead Undertaker?
I wouldn't have the gimmick. I would just have...
What about American Badass Undertaker?
It'd be more of that kind of stuff. I honestly wouldn't be surprised if that's the Undertaker we get at WrestleMania this year.
You still think it's happening?
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if the image we saw last year in Mania of him putting down the hat, the gloves, and everything, is him just retiring that Undertaker, that part of the Undertaker.
Yeah, still
because he saw it in Raw 25. He didn't wear the gloves. He didn't wear... he just had the coat that wasn't really the Taker trench coat.
Yeah.
He didn't look like the old Taker.
Yeah.
So, with that being said, maybe that was the retirement of that style of Taker. And now that Cena is pointing at every, humanized characteristic of Undertaker, saying, hey, if you're a tough guy, you wouldn't be posting workout videos on your wife's Instagram.
Yeah.
Making fun of, him being a coward, humanizing, stuff.
Which, by the way, can we just take a second? Cena's promo this past week was fantastic.
Yeah. Well, I think we all know that when it comes to the microphone, he's one of the top guys.
No, but he took it to another level where it's I honestly believe he does not like Undertaker. And kind of the same thing with The Rock. I'm not 100% sure if it's a work or not.
Well, he actually did not like The Rock at one point.
That's the thing. It's I'm just not sure 100% right now if it's a work between Taker and him right now. The way he's talking.
I still can't see guys like Undertaker and John Cena not respecting one another.
No, absolutely.
I could see them understanding the end game and understanding that, hey, the only way people are going to buy into this is if we go full into it.
Yeah.
At the same time, I think this is what I mean. I think you're bringing in a humanized emotion into this. It makes sense to have that American badass Undertaker, opposed to the dead man Undertaker.
Yeah.
So, and let's not throw the possibility of Kid Rock's being inducted. Kid Rock used to sing Undertaker's theme song.
Yeah, absolutely.
Kid Rock very well could do a rendition of American Badass for Undertaker this year.
As soon as he got officially inducted, that's one of the things we talked about.
Yeah,
so he could take it down to the ring. That could definitely be a thing.
So yeah.
Also, congratulations to Miz. Baby came early. Baby girl.
She came to play.
Congratulations, Miz and Maurice, on having a beautiful little daughter.
Now, did they say what the name was?
Yes, Monroe.
Monroe.
Like Marilyn, but hopefully not as much of a whore. Here's hoping.
Yeah, so, interesting. Monroe Mazanin.
Yeah, it's Monroe something Mazanin. He mentioned the middle name. I can't remember, but...
Initials are MSM. No.
Sure.
Monroe something Mazanin.
Monroe something Mazanin. Monroe, wait for it, Mazanin.
What are you, Barney Stinson now?
Yeah.
Monroe, legendary Mazanin.
Yeah. Also, they announced WrestleMania 35 next year, back at MetLife Stadium.
Yeah.
I get it. It's a huge arena. It's a huge stadium. It can hold tons of people. Why, though? go somewhere you haven't been in a while.
Well, they had bids too.
I get it. Yeah,
they do
that makes
bids.
sense.
But I'm like you. Like,
I'm not saying
Minnesota would have been nice for one.
I'm not saying come to Canada. I'm not saying that. I'm just, change it up. Do something new. Like you said, Minnesota, that place is huge.
Well, I mean, they are back in New Orleans this year.
It's been a couple years, but even still, it's like you were there a few years ago.
4 years ago, to be exact.
But still, yeah, you were there 4 years ago, so it's whatever. But, go somewhere different, like, I don't know.
Just do the whole whatever NFL team got a new arena, go there.
Yeah, why not?
It's pretty much all I got to do. Hell, do the Notre Dame. That'd be awesome.
That would be pretty sweet. Except it would be fucking cold because there's no roof on that bitch.
Yeah, it's April.
Yeah, that would be fucking
At the same time as...
That's why I think it'll never happen here, because you could do Commonwealth, but, oh, bitch, that would be cold.
Well, especially now when it's still snowing.
Yeah. Yeah, that'd be
fucking cold. Edmonton.
Yeah. That's why you could do a SummerSlam here.
Oh, man, I've been on that bandwagon for a while.
Yeah, you could definitely do that, but...
Apparently they're looking at a stadium for SummerSlam.
Why not? You know what? This is just me.
I think that's for 2019, though.
This is just me, but go back over to Europe. Go back to Wembley.
Well, the actual Wembley Stadium is torn down.
Well, whatever they do use now.
They do have a new Wembley.
Yeah, whatever they use now, the new one, whatever. Go back there. Hasn't been done since '92.
What about like a Brazil or a Japan?
Go there.
Why not do a WrestleMania at the Tokyo Dome?
I think solely because most of the people who invest and whatnot are in America. They want to do it, so at least it's not a terrible time for
I
US.
still think WrestleMania needs to be out of North America.
No, I 100% agree. I 100% agree. I'm just saying, based on like stockholder, that's probably why that, and like all their American fans, I'm going to say they're big all over the world, yes, but I think they are the biggest in North America.
Yeah.
And I think that's why they're always going to have the biggest shows here. Which, you know what? Even if you don't do Mania, do a SummerSlam, do a Survivor Series, do a Rumble over in fucking Bangladesh.
They're doing a Rumble in Saudi Arabia.
Exactly. Which
50 men.
I don't understand why they're doing that. Whatever. It's each their own.
Hey man, it's going to be a spectacle. It's going to be on the network.
The fact that it's actually now on the network so we can watch it, that I like.
And you know one of the matches that they're announced? John Cena against Triple H.
Interesting.
Yeah, first time in a long time.
First time since, we'll say, I'm just going to throw it out there, 2009 Survivor Series when it was a triple threat match with those two and Shawn Michaels.
I think it was 2010, they said.
Yeah, whatever. I'm sure they had a match in 2010, whatever. But still, 8 years.
Yeah, it's been a while.
It's been a minute.
It's been a horny hour.
Been a hot minute and a horny hour.
So, but they said pretty much every singles title but one is going to be defended for the men. They actually flat out said no women are going to be competing on this card.
It's because of the culture and whatnot. I get that. Yeah. We might not agree with it, but you kind of have to respect it. That's just the way it is.
It is what it is there.
Yeah, it is what it is. And it ain't what it ain't. And it ain't going to be for the women.
Yeah, but I was just thinking, like, if you did that, like, somebody like Nia Jax could easily work. She's fully covered. Because she's not like most girls.
She's not like most girls. She got man.
So
yeah, it's. I like the fact that it's been now on the network. We're actually going to be able to watch it. That's cool.
Yeah.
The only other thing that I have.
Well, I guess we can actually announce now the finals of that cruiserweight thing.
Yeah, it's going to be Cedric Alexander versus Mustafa Ali. I'm excited for this. Actually, it's going to be good.
I still wanted to see Roddy Strong and Buddy Murphy.
Yeah.
In the final.
Yeah, that would be good too. But again, I think if they bring Buddy Murphy up, I'm going to start watching 205 Live way more often because I enjoy them.
Buddy Murphy was in a 4-way. I think it was last night or tonight. I think it was last night on the 205 Live. So
I thoroughly enjoy.
And they're still pushing him down as NXT's Buddy Murphy. So
which you can't take him seriously unless you start billing him as just Buddy Murphy.
Well, they're saying NXT's Buddy Murphy.
Well,
but I think they're flat out acknowledging that they're doing the talent exchange with them, which isn't the worst thing in the world. They're getting exposure.
Anyways, the last thing I have for wrestling, we should write a book.
A book?
What book, you ask? How about the Unwritten Wrestling Rulebook? Like, You know how there's so many unwritten rules nobody knows about until you literally fuck them up?
If it's unwritten, why are we writing about them?
Because someone's got to. Why not us?
So then there wouldn't be an unwritten rule book.
Exactly, but it would be Tag Struggle's unwritten rule book.
The rules of Tag Struggles.
Exactly. Like, you hear about all the time about people that, you know, they break a rule by not doing this, or they did this, and they didn't know any better. Why not write one? I guarantee people would buy
Only
it.
female interference if they're topless.
Sure. But that's what I'm saying. Like,
Unless
why
you're
not?
chubby.
Yeah, I'll see boobs. I don't care. Hell, they could be dudes. I don't care. Boobs are boobs, man.
Okay, but they have to shave them.
Boobs are boobs.
They have to shave the boobs.
Yeah. Hashtag moobs are boobs.
Shave them.
That's this episode 68. Hashtag moobs are boobs.
Bare boobs. It's a
Yes.
bare boob minimum.
Bare boob minimum. Hashtag bare boob minimum.
BBM.
Yeah. But no, I think that's a great idea, because whether or not you do it satirical or more of a shoot, you know, there are a lot of unwritten rules that you could talk about, and then either you know, incorporate some sort of story about how it went horribly wrong, you can get laughed at, or whatever the case is. I think it could actually be a good seller with the right people.
Yeah.
I mean, hell, we know the Dan Murphy. I'm sure he could help us out.
He actually has a book out.
Exactly. He's seasoned book writer. There we go. I think you heard it here first, episode 68. This should be a thing.
He's our bookie.
Exactly. Perfect. But that's just...
He's Bookie Murphy.
Bookie Murphy. That's terrible. God-damn terrible.
Booker Dan. Prince Booker.
I like that one. But yeah, that's my thought. I think
Booker D.
Book her D.
No, Booker D. Because his
Booker
first name
D.
starts with a D.
Booker Dan.
It's like Bookham Dano from Hawaii Five-0.
There we go. Now, before we get into a little bit of game time that I have planned for us,
Okay, Hirsch.
how about some advertising?
Yeah.
Such as Backbreaker Media. Do you know it's now on Spotify?
It is.
Yes. Do you know where else you can find it?
My mind is blown. Where else could I find this?
Oh, some little place called iTunes.
What?
I know. Also, a little place called Google Play.
Google Play.
Podbean.
Podbeam.
Podcast Player.
Podcast Player.
Fuck YouTube.
Yeah, fuck 'em.
Fuck them right in the ass. But it's on there too. It's on all these, and you can listen to all previous 67 episodes as well as this current one you're listening to now.
Yay.
Hooray! Yay!
Live.
Well, kind of. Not really. Not even a little bit.
Live advertisement.
Live advertisement?
Yeah, it's live advertisement.
Ah, very good.
Created word.
Ah, there we go. Also, backbreakervod.pivotshare.com. That's where you can catch older episodes of, how was it? MPW Madness, other things, whatever. I think CWC's on there. To join now, use promo code TAGSTRUGGLE, all capitals. No 3, because someone messed up bad. You get not only 2 weeks of free trial, you get 3 months half off because ya boys take care of ya. Ya boys, TAGSTRUGGLE3. Whoop whoop. Whoop whoop. No, that's everything. Also, onemaneuver.net. T-shirts, sweaters, baby onesies, vintage OWE or original tag, or The Struggle.
Yeah.
And then if you want some Tag Struggle gear, contact us. We got them. We got T-shirts.
Retro WE.
Retro WE. There we go. Retro WE. That has to be a thing now.
Huh? See?
But yeah, contact us. We got merch. I got merch. You got merch.
A little bit.
Headline Shaun Martens got merch.
Can't touch the merchandise.
Oh. Can't sell fast enough.
Yeah.
Just flying off shelves. So yeah. Game time. Let's get to the game.
Okay.
So, I mentioned this probably 4 or 5 podcasts ago.
Yeah, most likely.
Mega Mania. What are your favorite matches from all of the times of Manias?
I'm going to go...
Let me guess. WrestleMania 10, the Heart versus the Heart.
There's 2 that I like from WrestleMania 10. Heart versus Heart's 1.
Is it the Last Man Standing match with Macho Man?
Nope. It's right after that.
I don't know what's after that.
Ladder match.
Ah, that one's also pretty good. Yes, that one is good.
HBK Jericho, WrestleMania 19.
Yep. You can't go wrong with Macho Man versus Steamboat at WrestleMania 3.
Iron Man match, Brett and Shaun.
Yep. And WrestleMania 12.
That was a main. That was a good match.
What about somewhat underrated Jericho versus Punk at Mania? 27? 28? 28, 29? Somewhere in there?
But yeah, I don't know. I wasn't really too much into that match.
I liked it. I mean, it wasn't shitty.
No. I mean, there's not a lot of crap on about the match, but, I mean, I don't know. It is what it is.
What else? Taker versus Michaels 1 was fantastic.
Yeah, I could have done without the Hell in a Cell one, though.
You mean with...
Shawn Michaels as a referee. I thought that was just over the top to me. And a lot of people are saying that was the best one.
No.
The Shawn Michaels Undertaker matches were pretty good.
That's what I just said.
No, but like they did both. But like, oh, sorry, I thought you meant like Triple H.
No.
But TLC.
Which ones? Any of them for the tag titles?
Yeah, the ones with Edge and Christian, Dudley's, Hardys.
Yeah, those are all fantastic. For a nostalgia effect, when Hardys came back last year, that was kind of cool.
Yeah. What was like a really solid match at Mania?
I want to say overall, what do you think the best Mania, like from start to finish, overall is?
I think WrestleMania 19 start to finish was pretty solid.
I was about to say, I think WrestleMania 19, it's hard to argue against it.
Yeah. Thing too about that match is I also really like the Rey Mysterio Matt Hardy match.
Version 1?
Yeah.
Yes, version 1.
There are also there's like 4 matches there I didn't really care about too much. One being the Undertaker tag match.
Which was like, what, a handicap match, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was him, no Nathan Jones, until the very end. He gets A-Train and Big Show.
Yeah.
There's also the tag match with Los Guerreros against Rhino and Benoit, and I forget who else was in that match. But that one just didn't leave it. And then the only thing I would have done on that show was maybe have Booker T beat Triple H for the heavyweight title.
Yeah.
And then that could have been like a match that maybe had enough power to close out the show if need be.
Actually, going back to Taker, but Taker versus Edge.
Yeah.
That's... You know what? They call him Shawn Michaels Mr. WrestleMania, but fuck, Taker's got to have that name, really. He's had so many good matches there.
Yeah, but I mean, Michaels had the match at the back with Stone Cold. That was just phenomenal.
That one was also fantastic. Actually, any of the...
I would actually still go on and say that Shawn Michaels' quality WrestleMania matches are
fair enough.
The best.
And any of the Stone Cold Rock, any of the 3 of them, all 3 were good.
Yeah. I'd say 17 is probably the best one.
Yeah. Although I didn't like the whole turn and Joey McMahon. He should have just hit him with a chair shot or a stunner as well.
But the one at 19 was the most obvious,
too.
Yeah. And then the first one was funny because that's when Austin forgot his vest.
Yeah. He just came down in a t-shirt.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, there's so many you can choose from. I personally really like the Ultimate Warrior Savage retirement match.
Yep.
I like that one. Also, the Savage DiBiase from WrestleMania 4 when he won the title. Mm-hmm. That one was good. Actually, that whole Mania wasn't bad. Basically a tournament for it. That was awesome. Yeah. Now from there?
No, I think that's it.
Favorite moments with Jaromir Jagr?
Well, how do you not like the time when he just brought out the Jagr salute?
Oh, yeah. Or basically any time he deked an entire team out of their fucking drawers.
Yeah. My favorite Jagr moment still has to be where his teammate's girlfriend tried to sleep with him and use it against him.
And he blackmailed him, and he just said, fuck, I don't care.
Yep, reverse blackmail.
And the guy wasn't even pissed, which is the best part.
No.
And would you beat it?
It's like, my girl just slept with the Jagr. It's awesome.
Can I smell it?
It's like, the chicks I sleep with the Jagr. It's fantastic.
Fantastic.
So, but I don't know, like, I mean, wasn't he, like, pretty much the last guy to get back-to-back 100-point seasons?
No, that was still Crosby and Ovechkin 08-09. But He was the last one, I think, to do it consistently.
Yeah, because he did like 5 years in a row or something.
Maybe.
stupid.
I don't know. I don't know those stats, but I mean, it wouldn't surprise me. Put it that way.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. He's just. You know, it's funny too, because like I remember the one goal he got with Calgary.
Yeah, literally one goal.
Yeah. Made that much of an impact.
But hell, he even spawned a whole group of people named Traveling Yoggers. I think it's funny.
That was like the most random thing of him being a Flame.
Yeah.
But then again, like when he came back and went to Philly, that was weird. Going to Dallas was weird.
Being
New
in
Jersey
Boston, in Boston for literally half a season was weird.
Like some of the teams, it's like, I don't know, part of me just wanted him to, go back to Pittsburgh, retire.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. Maybe they'll do like a one-day contract thing where he'll retire there.
Yeah.
Anyways, that's all I got. That's all you got? Where are you going to be coming up?
I'll be at CWC this Saturday facing Jude the Cheetah Bed Dawkins for the CWC title.
Retaining, I'm assuming.
Oh, of course, you know what I do.
That's how you do.
And then it's April 7th, MPW, bringing back the Eliminator.
Going to eliminate some peoples?
They're going to be eliminated.
It's like deleted but better, because it's us.
I don't know.
Yeah, fair enough.
That's what I got.
That's what you got.
You'll be
triple threat?
going after the heavyweight title. Going to become a two-time.
That's what I heard.
Two-time
MPW
champion.
MPW heavyweight champion.
Yeah.
That's what I heard.
Bring more gold to Tech Struggle.
Gotta bring all the gold.
Yeah.
Gotta do what you gotta do. We do we, you do you. Et cetera, et cetera.
And they do they.
They do they. Yeah.
So, yeah. So
and Shaun Martens, he'll be down in Red Deer.
Yeah.
In, CWC.
Defending the CWC tag team titles, probably.
Which I am technically 1/3 of.
Yeah.
Defend him for me, Shaun Martens. Big Show Nasty. Defend him good.
Yeah, belated happy birthday to the headline. Birthday yesterday.
Yes, happy belated birthday. Well, this is yesterday as in when we're recording, so it'd be Tuesday birthday.
Yeah, today's
27th. Send him birthday love. Or fuck off.
Yeah. So.
That'll do it.
Yeah, that'll do it. We'll see you next week for episode 69.
The sexiest 69 that ever. 69.
Yeah, we'll keep things on the DL.
We'll slide to those DMs. You're on the ass line.
We'll slide to the DMs and we'll, show you some nudes.
Why not? Fuck it.
We'll bear all next week. Episode 69, Sounds of Struggle. This will do it for episode 68 of the Sounds of Struggle.
The Goat Jagr.
I'm Chris Perish.
I'm Meniac.
And we're
2/3.
2/3. Tech Struggle.
We are real.
And we're a little...
Bit of alright.
And...
spectacular.
That's right. Later.
It is.
When your heart's pounding out of your chest, you can feel the same shaking as you're running out of breath.